Greetings, welcome to the Metal Book Tavern. Back in January I made a video about my all-time favorite songs playlist on Spotify. Since then I have added more songs to this playlist, and today I'm going to go through some of them. I'm not going to cover all of the songs that I have added to my playlist since then, because that would make a long video. There's going to be part 3. Anyway, let's get started on that playlist. Okay, so here's the updated playlist. So the numeration is a little bit the numeration is changed because I added one song twice accidentally to the playlist and I deleted it. Okay, so song 166, this is where it starts. It's Soldier of Heaven by Sabaton, and recently I watched the video clip and I liked it a lot. The song is very cool, but I added the single version instead of the album version because I thought it sounded better. Next song is Beneath the Wheel by Dirty Rotten Imbeciles, or shortly known as DRI, sorry. And I came to know this song because it's inspired by Beneath the Wheel by Hermann Hesse, and also you who have seen my previous videos know that it's one of my favorite books. This is a solid 80s thrash metal song and I loved it a lot. It sounds very cool and I recommend checking that out. Next song is Scars by Avantasia and Geoff Tate. Quite a cool song. Oh, this is the song that I loved a lot back in 2013. Dead to the World by Nightwish. Such a solid song. Next song is Cliffs of Gallipoli by Sabaton. I had this song on repeat a lot back in autumn 2017 when I entered university, and I associate this song with that time period. Next one is Legendary Thunderstruck by AC/DC. Who doesn't know this song? Next song is Extreme Aggression by Creator. I recently understood that Extreme Aggression is my favorite Creator album and I love the title song. Extreme Aggression sounds very cool. Oh, let me correct the camera. And this is such a solid thrash metal. Next one is Let's Dance by David Bowie. Next one is People Are Strange by The Doors. Won't say much about it. Oh, the next one is quite cool. It's Emerald Sword. Oh, sorry, I wanted to say Emerald Sword. This is how it's sung in the song. The song is like, I will search for the Emerald Sword. Also, the song has the line, and justice for all. And when I found out, after I heard the song, that there is a Metallica album called And Justice for All, I remembered this song. I found out this song in 2016 and I have had this song on repeat ever since. Next one is People of the Lie by Creator. Oh, next one is The Mummer's Dance by Lorena McKennitt. In June, I listened to quite a lot of Lorena McKennitt's songs. I first came across her back in 2020, but she didn't grow on me that much because I respected a more rockish type of folk from her, kind of like Blackmore's Night. She wasn't, she was more melodic and slower. Now I appreciate her music. Next one is One by Metallica from And Justice for All album. And this is actually the song that I came to love because of TikTok. I heard this song a lot on that app. Yeah, I heard this song on TikTok and not because it's Metallica. I'm not a Metallica fan, but... Oh, the next song kind of reminds me of early university days of 2013. It's Goodbye to Romance by Ozzy Osbourne. It's quite a slow song. It's kind of melancholic and full of worries, I'd say, but it's so beautiful all the same. Okay, next comes Scourge of Iron by Cannibal Corpse. I always felt like the intro is kind of like Heavy Rain. Yes, the intro makes me think of a heavy rain. It feels like it's raining a lot, but it's such a solid intro, and this is the reason I came to love the song. This is so far the only Cannibal Corpse song on the playlist. I began listening to Cannibal Corpse in 2020. I can say that 2020 is the year that I developed my thrash slash death metal side. Okay, next song is Age of False Innocence by Blind Guardian from their Annette Opera album. Okay, next comes the song that I have been listening to since 2020, but I didn't rush to add it to my all-time favorites playlist because it made me cry a lot. But this song is very beautiful. It's Spread Your Wings by Queen. I did listen to this song again a few weeks ago, and now I have a different perspective on the song. So the song is about this guy called Sammy who works at the place called Emerald Bar, and he's quite unhappy with his life and he constantly dreams, and his boss is like, you're always dreaming, you don't have ambition, blah 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 blah. I viewed the song differently in 2023 than I did back in 2020. In 2020 I did kinda relate to Sammy, but now I think absolutely differently. Now I think that ambition kind of matters. Yes, how the tables have turned. You would actually expect me to say something about the Blind Guardian cover of this song, and yes, I do want to say 3 things about it. First, I came to know the cover before I heard this original song. Second is that I'd rather listen to the original. And third is that I prefer this cover. Next song is Under a Violet Moon by Blackmore's Night. I think Blackmore's Night is underrated. The band deserves more listeners. Next one is Army Dreamers by Kate Bush. It has a very memorable intro. This is the reason I came to listen to the song. I'm not actually a fan of Kate Bush's high-pitched vocals, but the song itself is so good, I liked it. Next comes Neon Nights by Accept. I came across this song back in 2016. It was autumn, I think, and I liked it a lot. You know what I think when I listen to the song? Imagine being in a dark place, relaxing, listening to music, thinking, and this song comes along. I think the song kind of keeps up with the atmosphere. It kind of reminds me of that scene from X-Men The Apocalypse, or however it was, when they go to this dark place to recruit this winged angel or whoever it was. I'm not a huge Marvel fan anymore. I used to watch a lot of Marvel films. Now it's not my thing anymore and I don't remember much. Oh, the next comes the song that could easily make you feel like a main character in a film. This is Dragon Attack by Queen. I do recommend doing one thing. Go outside on a sunny day, on a very good weather, put on your headphones and listen to this song. You're definitely going to feel like a main character in a film. I think you probably have seen at least one film where the main character goes around the city as if the city belongs to him, or kind of like that. It does. The song does kind of give me those vibes, the main film character vibes. Next one is Intruder by Peter Gabriel, and whenever I listen to this song, I always remember that morning when I was at airport in Belarus, when I was flying to Moscow, via Belarus. That was in August 2021, when I added the song to the playlist. And I remember that I wanted to fall asleep, and then this song came and it had such an intro. Next one is Pet Cemetery by Ramones. If the title sounds familiar to you, this is inspired by the novel of the same name by Stephen King. Absolutely love the chorus of the song, and I love the guitar solo too. Next one is Once Upon December by Blackmore's Night. It's easy to confuse this song with Once Upon a December, the song from Anastasia animated film. Remember that animated film? There's this song called Once Upon a December, and Blackmore's Night has a song Once Upon December. There are no articles. I remember when I searched on Spotify for a Blackmore's Night song and I found the Anastasia song. But this song has a wintry vibes. You can feel like you're playing outside in the winter. Wintry vibes, but the kind of type of winter where you go out and play. It's a warm winter to some extent. Next one is Fluff by Black Sabbath. This is an instrumental part from the album Black Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. The acoustic guitar is beautiful. The song is really chilling and kind of uplifting too. The next one is Victim of Ritual by Tarja. I remember when this song came out as a single back in 2013. Wow, it has been 10 years. Just listen to the first seconds of the song. It has very memorable drumming. The drums are awesome, and then she goes absolutely epic. The guitars are epic and the vocals are epic. The style of music she plays on Colors in the Dark is definitely her style of music, her type. But I do believe that the more epic the better. And this album is kinda epic, and although it has also her classical and soft side, and I prefer more rocky / metal side. Next one is the song I had on repeat back in 2018, back when I was still at university. Carolus Rex by Sabaton, the English version. For those who don't know, there are two versions of Carolus Rex. One is English and the other is Swedish, and I did listen to both, and I can say that I prefer the English version. On the Swedish album, I like A Lifetime of War, the Swedish version, yeah, but I don't remember how it's called in Swedish. I don't know Swedish. Oh, speaking of Swedish, I remember that back in my university there were ads for Swedish language lessons. For a while I considered taking them. Because of my university studies, Sabaton definitely were my top band at the time. And I did think of taking Swedish, but I was like, nah, no. Next one is Darkness by Tarja. The original song by Peter Gabriel is the scariest song I have ever heard. I was legit terrified when I heard it, and I definitely prefer Tarja's version. The next song is Incense and Iron. Can't pronounce the first word properly, by Powerwolf. From their Sacrament of Sin album. I remember when this song came out back in 2018. This song is the rare case in Powerwolf when I prefer the verse to the chorus. Powerwolf makes quite catchy and memorable choruses, but here I prefer the verses. The verses are absolutely epic. I had the song repeat back in 2018 and it stuck with me and I love it. Next song is Guardians of Asgard piano version by so many artists. Well, the first one is Ted Landstrom. This is a piano cover of Amon Amarth's Guardians of Asgard. And spoiler alert, that song is in the playlist. Next song is V by Iced Earth from their Dystopia album. This is the first Iced Earth album I heard. And as I know, this song is inspired by V for Vendetta. I never read the graphic novel, but I remember watching the film multiple times, especially that scene from the film. If you know which scene, you know. Great guitars on that one. Next one is Turn the Page by Blind Guardian. Next one is Feather in the Wind by Blackmore's Night. And when I listened to their latest album Nature's Light back in 2021, when the album came out, this is the song that I liked most of all. It's a very fast song, one of the fastest songs by the band. Next one is Three Black Crows by Blackmore's Night, from their Ghost of a Rose album. Next one is Hallelujah by Deep Purple. Came across this song back in February 2021. Liked it back then, and now I realize that it's one of my favorites. Oh, the next choice is quite interesting. My Innermost Apocalypse by Danny Baranovsky. Okay, for context, back in 2016 and 2017 I played this indie game called The Binding of Isaac. I used to think I am into indie games, but it was only The Binding of Isaac that caught my eye, mostly because it has a very good gameplay. It's a very complex game, it's hard to get through, and the soundtrack is amazing, and the drawing style too. And this song is my absolute favorite song from the soundtrack. It's a very metal song, the most metal one. And it's from the level when Isaac fights Isaac. I could do kinda little bit miss playing The Binding of Isaac. It was such a good game. Next one is Invincible by Demons and Wizards. This is from their third album. This song is inspired by His Dark Materials, and I do think of His Dark Materials when I listen to it. And then I kind of feel a little bit sad because the third book sucked a lot. I hate it. The first two books are very good. The next one is Bright Eyes by Blind Guardian. This is the song that I overlooked. This song I ignored for a long time until December last year. And that was when I realized this song is super cool, and it has been my favorite ever since. I have it on repeat. Next one is Guardians of Asgard by Amon Amarth. This is the first Amon Amarth song I heard. I just tagged on YouTube Amon Amarth, and this was the first thing that I saw. And I loved how melodic this song was. The chord progression was cool. And last year when I was watching the Wacken Open Air live stream, Amon Amarth suddenly appeared there, and I rushed to watch the concert because I thought they would play Guardians of Asgard first. I was right. They played the Guardians of Asgard first. I absolutely love the song. This song alone was worth watching that short concert. Yes, it was short, and they mostly played their hits, but they were quite cool. Pursuit of Vikings is quite a cool song too, and so is Twilight of the Thunder God. Next one is Wolves in Winter by Demons and Wizards. I remember when this song came out as a single, and I had it on repeat a lot. Back in the day, that was in February 2020 or January, I don't remember. Around that one, but before the album came out. When I listened to the song, I do remember that time. Good times, actually. Next song is Beast and the Harlot by Avenged Sevenfold. The City of Evil is quite a cool album in general. It does have some kind of power metal elements, very minor ones, but they're still there. But the album does kind of feel a little bit dry in comparison. No, it's actually quite dry, but the song is still very good. I love how fast the album is, and the drumming is very epic. I like the song Beast and the Harlot above all because of the intro, the very first minute. Next one is Can I Play With Madness by Iron Maiden. You know, I remember watching the clip for that song back in late 2018, and in that video clip was this very boring teacher who was teaching the kids art, and he was all strict, he was all about all the rules, blah blah blah. Later, a few months after watching that clip, I watched Life of Brian, and after that, watching that film, I realized that this boring teacher is Brian himself. This teacher is actually one of the guys from Monty Python. Next one is Impossible Brutality. I love the song mostly because of the first few lines. I came across it around December 2021. December 2021 is when I began listening to Creator a lot. Oh, the next one is Dawn of Victory by Rhapsody. Came across the song back in 2016, and I have been listening to the song ever since. Troika by Blackmore's Night. Troika is actually a Russian word. I will search for the proper translation later. You're going to see it on the screen. Oh, Blackmore's Night getting historical. Catherine Howard's fate. If you don't know, I don't know, maybe there are people out there who don't know. Catherine Howard is the fifth wife of King Henry VIII of England, and her fate is definitely very sad. Next one is Precious Jerusalem by Blind Guardian, and there's one mistake I made with this song. While introducing somebody to Blind Guardian, I started with this song. Don't do that. This is the wrong song to introduce someone to this band, but otherwise it's quite a cool song and a great opener to A Night at the Opera. Oh, a ballad from them, A Past and Future Secret. I remember when I was on vacation in 2016, this is when I came across this song, and I overlooked this song, but now it's here in the favorites playlist. Next one is Something Happened to Me Yesterday by the Rolling Stones. You know what? I want to say something controversial in this video. I would choose the Rolling Stones over the Beatles at any day. Just to me they sound much better. I prefer them. Next comes quite a beautiful ballad, The Temple of the King by Rainbow. It's a very chill song. Next comes The Wicker Man by Iron Maiden. I know that this song is inspired by a film called The Wicker Man, but I have never seen it. What matters is that the song is very good, but there's one small downside to this song and to the whole Iron Maiden later albums in general, is that the bass is too loud. Yeah, sure, this band was formed by a bassist, I know, he's the leader, but the later Iron Maiden songs made me realize that the bass is better off quieter. No offense to the bassist. Bass should be heard. It should not be louder than drums, guitars and vocals and other instruments. Other instruments should be louder. Stranger in a Strange Land by Iron Maiden. I came across the song back in 2018 and I love it. Alright, and the last song for today, River of No Return by Bruce Dickinson. Okay, so now my camera went off. This is the finale for today. There's going to be part 3 because there's a lot to uncover. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. What are your favorite songs? Let me know down in the comments. See you next time. Goodbye.